channel. So happy to see you here once more time. Today I am discussing 7 great books that I have read in 2022. So if you're interested, please keep watching. The first story is The Kite Runner. This is the story of two boys who are born and raised during the war times. While the one comes from the high-income family, the second one comes from the low-income family. Even though they spend their childhood together by having tight bonds with each other, as they grow up, their attitude towards each other changes. And in the middle of the novel, you can see how it was difficult for people to survive in those harsh moments. Living during the war is not something easy, but by the end of the novel, after having overcome some of their personal problems, those two main characters, they understand that they do still have tight bonds to each other and they still be friends again. Yes, this is the moral of that story. I did really like how the author explained everything as their inner feelings, so I do recommend you reading this very book. Well, the second book is The Atomic Habits. I'm sure you have already heard or just read this book since it has become so popular this year. So, including everyone, I also read this book. But what I want to highlight and share my insight about this very book is the language is really simple, and if you want to develop, form any habit, or just get rid of your bad habit, it's highly recommended to follow all the rules that are given there, and you will get the result which you want if you of course do follow the instructions. Yes, this is enough for this very book. The third book is Home Alone 2. Yes, I'm sure you might be surprised by hearing that like me, because there is a book based on TV show. Well, what blew my mind in this book is you get to see just the real picture of the characters in TV, while in book you get to experience with the main characters together, their facial expressions, the way they communicate with each other, the way how Kevin gets lost, and yes, it's really colorful, like really enjoyable kind of journey to read it on your own. So if you want to experience the same things like me, I do highly recommend you reading it. The next book is The Manners. It's a really interesting book where it shows us all the daily troubles to which we get in, all the messes, all the troubles which we get in, and how we can get out of them in a really accurate, in a really suitable, perfect way. And the author kind of uses really funny language which kind of makes you as if you are reading not just book which is teaching you for something, but it's making you laugh. It's just kind of in a comic way. Oh yeah, you will not kind of realize how your time has been spent once you sit and start reading this very book. The fifth story is The Alchemist. Yes, that mind-blowing something. You might have already read this or just have heard about this a lot, but in case if you didn't, let me tell you the story of this very novel. This is the story of a shepherd, or the boy who has his own sheep, and he wants to find the happiness, and in the quest of this he thinks that he should travel all around the world to find that happiness. Or in short, he thinks like the happiness exists somewhere very far, but unfortunately his circumstances or the conditions where he lives, they just do not allow him to travel since he doesn't have enough budget. So he just starts exploring the village, regions around the place where he lives with his sheep. By spending his maybe year, I don't remember the time, the period, but he understands that no happiness can be found somewhere far. The happiness is where we exist, and we should be just able to open our eyes and see it. But in case if you are not able to see that or spot that, please do create it yourself. Yes, this is what I got from this very story. The next story is The Little Prince. Yes, it's also that novel that famous. Maybe you have heard, you have read, I'm not sure. But finally this year I was able to get the core meaning of this very story. So in case you also were not able to get like me, so let me tell you what I got personally. Yes. Um if you are becoming the owner of something, like so you are purchasing, you are having, you are taking to yourself, be responsible for that thing. Always you should be responsible. Once you are taking a plant, it's your duty to plant it, not your brother's, not your mother's. Be able to take the things on your own. Or you do have a pet, it's not just your duty to feed it all the day on time, but taking a walk with it, taking spending some time with it, and so on. Because it's you who got this, and it's you who need to take care of it, and it's really important. Yes, this is what I got from The Little Prince. Last but not least, the seventh book is The 12 Rules for Life. It's much more psychological book rather than science fiction or just comic. And what I liked a lot, which made me really interested in reading this book, is in those 12 rules for life, the author is showing 12 aspects of our life and how we can behave in different situations. Like when it comes to the problems with our friendship, relationship, our difference between, and there is a big difference between animals and people, or it's showing us how we should be able to kind of dream, how we should go and put forward them and go chase, achieve them. Yes, it's really interesting, and there are much more interesting topics that you get to find while reading the book. So if you want to change the way you think and kind of shape your personality, please do read that book. Okay, these were top 7 books that I have read in 2022 in English. I have just told you only the most interesting ones. And if you are considering of reading one of them and do not know where to find them, feel free to join to my Telegram channel, where I will send all the PDF versions of these books. And yes, this is enough for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your friends.